Welcome again to a very, very special city. Many tourists, when they go to the Holy Land, are not expecting the city of Capernaum to be as important and as impressive as it is. That really shouldn't be the case, because so much of our Lord's ministry took place in and around Capernaum. It is referred to as the town of Jesus. From this next slide, you can see that Capernaum, even though it was a cursed city by Jesus, is today a very beautiful place. But do note, there are no people living in Capernaum other than the Catholic caretakers of the place. Relatively recently, some archaeological finds were uncovered at Capernaum. One of the most important was that of a synagogue, which you can see on this particular slide. However, one needs to know that this is not the synagogue in which Jesus taught, but it was built over the ruins and foundation of the synagogue where Jesus taught. It is so impressive to stand in this synagogue knowing that just inches below our Lord Jesus stood and taught. One just has to wonder what it was like to hear Jesus speak. The next three pictures show you the archaeological evidence of what is referred to as the house of Peter. We have three different slides of this, but it is generally assumed that the house of Peter, Jesus' very good friend, was, so to speak, the headquarters of Jesus' ministry during the approximately 18 months that he used Capernaum as his, quote, headquarters. The next picture is taken from a church which has been built over the ruins that you just saw. The picture is looking north, and you can see the synagogue. It gives you an idea of how close the synagogue was to the house of Peter. The next two pictures show you some of the remains of some of the homes that have been uncovered in ancient Capernaum. One is reminded of the words of Jesus, "In my Father's house are many mansions." When someone would get married, oftentimes they would just add a room to that house, and it grew and grew, just as heaven will be populated by those who have come to faith in Jesus. The final picture that I want to show you is really just turning around and looking south. In the background you can see the Sea of Galilee. So if Peter's home was indeed Jesus' headquarters, he was but a few hundred feet from the synagogue and a few hundred feet from the Sea of Galilee. And one can only imagine Jesus' words saying, "Quiet, be still," when he spoke to the wind, when he walked on the water. A most impressive place. And for the modern pilgrim to the Holy Land today, Capernaum often ranks very close to the top of his or her favorite places to visit. God bless your study.